Hello, good evening to the Antares Arena in Le Mans in France for action from Group B of the Basketball Champions League. And what a group this is turning out to be. Prior to tonight's games, all 8 teams separated by just 5 points, from Rea with 20 to Sarthe and Kimi with 15. Well, we're about to watch the teams ranked 2 and 3 in this group at the moment. Mans Sarthe and Karsiyaka from Turkey both have great points differences, which could help them greatly coming into the last 2 weeks of regular season competition. Le Mans plus 99, Karsiyaka 70 points in credit. So the games so far this week, you'll see that the top team still up there at the very, very top, looking for the points. Is Rea 78-68, so they are top at the moment, but they will not remain there. If the French side win tonight, they'll go back to the top of the table. Karsiyaka will be looking to be in the shake-up with 2 more weeks to go, and both teams on exactly the same run at the moment, 3 wins from 5. Both coming into this game off the back of wins. Le Mans 79-60 against CSM, CSU, Oradea, and Karsiyaka 78-65 against Avtodor Saratov last week. And that's how tight the table is. As you see, Mans Sarthe will go to 21 if they win. Karsiyaka will go to 20 if they win. It is so tight. You can't rule anybody out at this stage, though both of these teams will be fancying their chances of going a little bit further in the competition. They do match up pretty well on other stats as well. 75 points per game average, so the Turkish side does concede around 3 points per game more than their French opponent, and this is how they line up. 4 of their players already with 3-figure scores this year. Bagel 116, Panicka with 106, but the 2 big names on there, Brown and Summers, 171 and 170 points respectively. Their last meeting coming in mid-November, Le Mans winning that by 13, 79-66. Olivier Hanlond was their top performer on that day. There he is wearing 21, 18 points he got then, and he's averaging almost 11 points a game. A couple behind their American power forward, Ryan Pearson, who will wear 24. Jacob Brown, the man they have to stop at the Turkish team though. 26-year-old, averaging 17 points per game and provides his fair share of assists as well. Well, Nenad Markovic, both these coaches very experienced, has certainly got his team working well. Juan Summers has been good for them. 15 points overall. Brown and Summers, as I mentioned at the beginning, amassing between them 341 points this campaign. Interesting venue this. Actually looks like it holds more than it does. When configured for basketball, gives us a rather odd capacity of 6,003, 22 years old. Right in the middle of the Le Mans circuit for those who have a motor racing interest. It's on the first kink of the Mulsanne Straight in the Circuit de la Sarthe. Here comes the away side. And featuring amongst their ranks, just went on court, a former Harlem Globetrotter in Brent Petway. We'll talk a bit more about him and his achievements over the course of the evening. Game day 12. Very pivotal game this could be for both. They've got brilliant points differences, both of them. 99 for Le Mans, 70 in credit for Karsiyaka. So finding it's not a very one-sided scoreline here. Both sides can get themselves up the top. We're going to have 2 teams on 20 tonight. That's how tight Group B is. Doesn't seem to be too many nerves there. Lots of smiles. So they're on a decent run. 3 out of 5, both teams at the moment. And the home court has been pretty good for the French side up to this point. French champions 4 times. Last time in 2006, but they are the current French cup holders. The Turkish side won twice the league in their country. More ready to take to the court. And this capacity, as I mentioned, 6,003 for basketball. Pretty much filling up. There's a few empty seats there, but I think by the time tip takes place in about 5 minutes, there'll be quite a few of those empty seats will be taken up. Mentioned Ryan Pearson. Olivia Hanlon was the key player when they met earlier on in the season in November, and will be the one that they probably have to stop tonight. Well, they've got Jelabali in there too. Yagete, starting five, as you tend to find in this competition, is pretty strong right across the board. The Turkish side reverse the deficit from the first game as they put themselves on 20 as well. It's a fascinating and a gripping group is Group B. Last one on there, Ryan Pearson, leading scorer, and also the man who's averaging more points per game than anybody else. They seem up for it, they seem keen for it. There is any nerves or any worries or concerns about this game not being shown at this stage. Any names we've not introduced you yet will be the officials. We'll see them in just a few moments' time. Here they are. Antonio Conde from Spain, Latvia's Andris Onkrojus, and Zdratko Rutesic from Montenegro. Those are the three men in charge of what should be, I think I've used this word a few times in the past, captivating and enthralling game. Certainly the way they match up, so the way they've been playing recently, this is quite a hard one to call. And certainly two teams with a great deal still to play for. I mentioned Ray at the top. Won last night, 78-68 against Kataya. But, their points difference is only plus 27. Le Mans plus 99. And Karsiyaka's plus 70. So the winner of this will go to 20. Probably going to be Le Mans at the top, though, even if they lose this one, because the points difference is so much different between them and the Turkish side. 29 points difference. There's Nenad Markovic, mentioned him earlier in our setup, and who was for a while vice mayor of Sarajevo, going back 8 years now, but he was a leading politician in Sarajevo, in the Bosnian capital. His opposite number, third year in charge for Eman Kunta. There's the starting five for Le Mans. All the names you'd expect to see there. Two leading scorers. Their leading scorer in the head-to-head last time, Olivier Hanlon, will be the point guard. Jordan Watson, the guard wearing number 4. Probably in depth of bench, might be a little bit more for Le Mans. There is the head coach of the French side. 23 years as a coach, 17 as a player. There's not much in this game that he has not seen. 60 years of age, so it's just work 8. So he was 17 years of play. He started when he was 10. Obviously, as usual, we'll hear from the coaches all the way through the game. Timeouts and important parts of the game. Look at their thoughts. Let's say should be an absolutely enthralling match. Really good head-to-head between these two teams. Now we're going to take on the same pattern as last time, because on that occasion Le Mans won all the quarters. Karsiyaka didn't get a look in. So we're ready to go. Hopefully you're ready to go 2 more weeks before the regular season finishes. This is game day 12 for these teams. say Group B is still got so many potential twists and turns yet, and one of them could come right here on this Wednesday night in France, in Le Mans. The home side, generally in orange, but they've got far more plain outfit tonight. It's the white, a bit more colourful. Karsiyaka in that what you might almost call a deck chair strip. I'm sure they wouldn't call it that, but those lines across. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. Let's play ball in Le Mans and see whether the French or the Turkish side come out on top. Eyes down for a full house. He's going to get third possession. Well, he's not happy with it, so we're going to get a second tip. So a reset of the clock. Back to 10. And the Karsiyaka hand is on it first. Mike Green gets the first possession for Karsiyaka. Look for a way round. Took over Brown. His middle name is Marquis. And he is a marquee signing, as always. Owens with the first two. Well, a bit of ill direction, a bit of indecision. And the first foul of the game is on Kanate. Mike Green, third team he's played for in Turkey. Kovan Brown gets it first time, gets it second time, doesn't get it put down though. For the two, and just a little bit pulling off that shot, doesn't get the 2 points he's looking for. Jordan Watson go the long way around, might have to just pull back on that one, give it to Pearson. Pearson's little bounce pass into the paint, looking for the spin move from Yarou, and Yarou does not get the two. Mike Green, very powerful, nice little finger roll for the second basket of the game. Good penetration right in there, and with consummate ease gets a couple of points for Karsiyaka, who started pretty well in this one. First 2 points, no, that's going to be short from Miko Djelibali, gold medalist at the Eurobasket in 2010. He's been playing at good level. The hook shot doesn't find its way in. Just testing themselves out early stages here. Livy Honlon, and there's the three, the first of the game. And a very important three that could prove to be in terms of just getting them into the game for Ryan Pearson. Oh, needed something just to lift them off their seats and give them something to cheer. And Pearson does just that for them. Jacoban Brown up for no points. Rebound, and Livy Honlon is on his way. Watson. A bounce pass to Yarou. Yarou has nowhere to go apart from baseline and then gets stripped to the ball. That will be a foul. Owens is the man who will be called for the foul. Just check on that. So Owens gets, actually might not be Owens, it might well be Panitka on that one. So to the line for two. Game tied at 4. Inscrutable look of Eamon Kunta. Yarou to put the home side in front for the first time, and does just that. Converts the 2 free throws. Anybody who's heard me on commentary here knows that it's a little bit of a bête noire as we're talking about the French team here. The amount of free throws have been missed in this competition and others too. They are your insurance points. Just inside for two, and that's not going to drop. And after a sprightly start by Karsiyaka, the Mans have got themselves running, and running well. Watson looking for the low post. He'll get that one in and out. Just rattle around the jaws from Jalabale. That's long pass for Pinar, and then swinging on a star for the 2 points. Nice little reverse, beautifully taken, and a bit of hang time for Summers. First two of the game, won't be the last, I'm sure. Jalabale, Watson, two men going with him, leaves a bit of space. Back out for the three, down to 5 seconds here to get something moving here. Then they get maybe Pearson. Pearson's not quite got that one. Right on the buzzer. Would have counted had it dropped, but it didn't. Here's Brown. Brown, so strong. Can they keep the ball in play? Owens does just about, and they'll get the ricochet off Watson. And that will be sideline possession for Karsiyaka. Moving from side to side, waiting for that pass maybe to be delivered to him. Out wide for the three-pointer, but no, that's beautifully done. Just cajoled in, really, by Josh Owens. The 28-year-old has played around the world for various places. Two of the top teams, Hapoel Tel Aviv and AEK Athens, who of course in this competition as well. Here's Watson. Oh, plenty of room, plenty of time, and easy pickings for Olivier Hanlon. And that will be his first three of the night. And the Mans and Karsiyaka absolutely level. Not for long, though. There's the Polish national player. There's Pinar. Finds his way through with a lot of strength. And that's his first. So everybody's just getting their pointers in. Pearson distributes well. Good finish. Really good finish. And there may be quite a bit more of that to come from Mikel Jalabale. His first three. There's the steal. Pearson. Pearson has loads of time. Managed to keep that ball in play. Did well, but couldn't do anything with it in the end. And it's the bar of soap routine for a moment from both ends. Interception by Karsiyaka. 2-on-1 potential there was for a little while. They just got back, and there's the and one. The two will count, and it'll be one from the line. And again, good, strong play. Just getting in the right place at the right time and drawing the foul. F1 Summers. Watson's first foul, and that will drop. So 12-11 becomes 13-11 for Karsiyaka. Good two-way basketball at the moment. Nobody really got the march here. Karsiyaka started the best, but it's still a very, very tight thing. Might be even tighter now after that. Two from Yaru. The man from Benin. Gets the second of the game, and we are tied at 13. Coven Brown decides to go the long-range effort instead. Jalabale with the rebound. Here is Watson. Watson teasing, tormenting, trying to pull players out of position. Can't quite do that. Little shovel pass to Olivier Hanlon. Olivier Hanlon is right on target with that. Three more for him, and that puts the home side in front. 2 for 2 from three-point range. They're going to try at the other end. That's gone in too from Jacoban Brown. And all of a sudden, you're getting threes being posted left, right, and center. And we have another tied ball game. Captivating stuff. Jalabale. Well, just rescue that one. We'll get a second chance off Yaru. Jalabali thought about it for a while, and then, as he was rather indecisive on that, Brown gets it back. Good block, good rejection, and that means Pearson could break away here. Doesn't really get under control, but finally does for the 2 points. And Pearson now on a roll. Brown. Baseline goes Panica. 18-16. Good, open, enterprising basketball, both ends of the court. This does mean an awful lot to both teams here, as both could, in theory, and maybe even in practice, go top with a win. Has to be a sizable win for the Turkish team, but it is possible. Green. And Josh Owens there to finish it off. 18 apiece. Nice, comfortable layup. So not a great deal of pressure. And we are tied once again. Another three-point attempt. Another 3 points finds its way in. This man is mustard tonight. Olivier Hanlon is putting them in every single time. That's 3 from 3 now from that range. 9 points, as easy as you like. 3-point range has worked pretty well for both sides, but particularly well for him. Yeah, might as well give it the slam, might as well give it the full shot. Josh Owens, that was for show, not so much for go, because they had a point to make up there, but that's a 3-point conversion by Hanlon. Really, really impressive. And he's going to go for it again. No, he's going to go inside this time for 2. Back out to Yaru. Will hold it until he gets a look. Oh, he gets a look, and then it comes right back off the ring. And they're getting the rebounds now, which they weren't doing early on. Kanate. Watson. Kanate. Good work from him. Getting a little bit tight. A little bit tight for time, and they're not going to get the shot away. The 24 seconds had gone, and we're going to have our first timeout of the game. 1 minute and 3 from the end of the first quarter. 21-20, and Le Mans just with their noses in front. What has been a rapid first 10. In fact, we're not going to go for a timeout. I thought we were, but we're going to keep with the play, so we might well not even get a chance for the coaches. They're obviously both feeling that things are going pretty much okay at this stage. Last minute of the first. Jacobin Brown. Mike Green, double teamed. Green gets it away, but then falls right back into the lap of Yagete, and then they turn around. That's going to be an intentional. No doubt about it. Green was away. Hanlon just stopped him from getting there, and there can't be any doubt about that. Wasn't playing the ball, playing the man. And to the line he'll go for 2, and of course then it'll be sideline possession for Karsiyaka. Well, I think it was fairly obvious he knew what he was doing there. I think he was claiming there was cover back, but unsportsmanlike foul it is on the Le Mans number 21, who's been so good with the ball so far, with those 3 out of 3s from the outside shooting. Karsiyaka just with the 2 points here, potentially, to go back in front. So he leveled things up. Just correcting that scoreline for you. Yeah, I think somebody was in advance of the score. We'll get it sorted for you in a moment, don't worry. 22-21, that's where it should be, yeah. That's exactly where it should be. And Mike Green will put the ball in play. Here's Mohamed Begul. So much of him yet so far. Green gets through the trap and finds his way to the hoop. Up it goes from Jacobin Brown and 2 more from him. And at the moment is a 3-point advantage for the Turkish side. Better corner lead. We'll see if they can erase that before the end of this 10 minutes play. They'll have to do it quickly though. Konate gets fouled by Efif Guven. His first, bringing the change in terms of personnel, so he just stepped on the court. Going to get through this first quarter without a timeout from either side by the looks of things, as Sonnet Sentok steps in, getting a lot of the homegrown players coming into the action. That's a foul. Now, in terms of fouls to give, you see that Karsiyaka still have a couple, so Bagel did the right thing to stop the momentum of Yegete. And time is running out. They need something quickly. Another foul. They still have 1 more to give. That'll be the 4th. I'll come up worse than that little encounter, Mohamed Bagel. But he stopped the danger man, Olivier Anlon, going for the 3, which he's been doing so well so far. They need something now. Here it comes, and it goes wide and long, and that will be first stanza to Karsiyaka by 24 points to 21. There's been some outstanding performances on both sides. Certainly Olivier Anlon with 3 out of 3.
5 turnovers. And 3 of them, instead of we are scoring 2 points, they scored 6 points. Okay? It's like almost 10 points is difference. Be strong with the ball and focus. Don't slip. Okay? Don't slip. On the offense, whatever we are playing, we have to move the ball. We have to move the ball. We play fist. Don't forget when we play the fist. Pick and roll screen, and play. And if they switch, it's cut. That's one thing. Second thing, when we play 5, we can play a little bit with spacing, with 5 linking with Pinar. Okay? Back pick, nothing happen, you can come, you can get the ball, and you can keep still playing the pick and roll.
Every pick and roll, on the side, you catch out. Normal. Only these 4 places they are playing. We go through every pick, normal. But as I said, we can put no pressure on the ball. We can just go off screen. Okay. Offense. But take care of this flare screen on the other side. When 4 men stay here, these guys in between. So next rotation is the 4 men.
First period scorers then. Anlon for the home side with 9. 4 from Yuru, 3 from Jelabali, and 5 from Pearson. And for the away team, Owens with 8. Summers with 5. And 4 from Green, the main scorers for Karsiyaka in the first quarter. So it is just the Turkish side with their nose in front. But we've seen just how busy and how dangerous the Mans Sarthe can be from 3-point range. Well, one man in particular has been dominating those stats. It is not Yegete. It's not Cornely either. Going to go baseline, but again, slight indecision about what to do with the pass, who to give it to, and what to do exactly with it. And Senturk has it for Karsiyaka. We'll have to go and retrieve it maybe from halfway again. Way too deep with 9 seconds to go, surely. Being pushed further and further and further back. Has to be the 3-point attempt, which doesn't drop. And Olivier Anlon has been the star performer really on both sides in the first 10 minutes. Has the ball inside the Karsiyaka half. Amagu, seen him in the first quarter. There's the foul committed by Senturk. It was a really quick first 10 minutes because until the back end of that quarter, we didn't really see too many fouls. Succession of them by Karsiyaka, basically to stop the play. But it's a pretty clean game, very open game. Yagate to Watson. Watson on the drive. Watson's going to have to push it back out again. Might have to come back out for the three-point attempt. Watson's not really the three-point specialist, and he's warped with that, I think. Extra little step. There's betwixt and between, because he's got quite a few outlets for three-pointers, but it's not normally his game. So that indecision has given it back to Karsiyaka. Sentuk. Summers having to send it again back. They're really doing well to cover pretty much every space inside the paint and just outside it, and that is restricting Karsiyaka to a lot of long-range efforts here, and they're not dropping, stopping them getting in close. Good work. Amagu will go on a drive. Amagu will put it up for two. It'll find its way in via the fingers of Yagate. Two from him. Set up nice from Amagu. Turns 32 next month, the Ivory Coast-born player. He's played for the Côte d'Ivoire in the international basketball. And that lead trimmed to 1. The coach is trying to get their views across. Kunta by virtue of some sign language. And Matthias Benica will be back into the action. And with Begul waiting for the ball to come back so he can set the play underway again. Here is the hole. Begul. These two are going to play a game all by themselves at the moment. Those two just with the interchange, and then smothered out of it, but fouled in the process was Benica. And Mr. Cornerly is the man who will pick up the foul. And it was a shooting foul. Karsiyaka's number 20 will go to the line for 2. Yeah, free throw's good today. It's been missed so far. So key down the stretch that these go in, and that one eventually does. Didn't go in flush. Off the back of the glass, it finds its way in for that 3-point lead to be restored for the away side. Amagu will run into the paint, and as he does so, there's a foul behind him. Foul is on Begul. Now, what did he do here? There you go. It was actually on him. It was on Amagu as he was making his way into the paint. So back to 14-second shot clock, of course. Reset. Now down to 7. Oh, plenty. That's nice. Little jam. With some clotted cream put on it too from Cornerly. 1 point between them. Foul called on Amagu, rather. 1 point lead for the Turks at the moment. But this is where they've been boxing out really well, have the Mans Sarthe, not giving them a chance to get inside. Look how far out they're having to be, and there'll be a reset to 14 off the leg of Yagate. But this has been the impressive thing from the French in this quarter, is how deep Karsiyaka are having to play and not allowed to get anywhere near close 2-point range. Everything's having to come from a distance. Sentuk will now have to go baseline. Oh, slips as he does so. Benica down to 5. That's very short. Almost got the rebound, but they haven't. Watson just about to pull it back for maybe 3. We've mentioned they've got some great 3-point shooters. Anlon being the case in point, and they go short. Rolls around the ring, and in it goes from Yagate to put the home side in front by 1. 4 points for him. 2 out of 2 attempts. We are going to have a timeout now, with the home side in the lead by just 1.
Cannot receive this point from this guy, Cornelio, on the simple post attack. Come on, fight for position, play one-on-one defense. Flash, Mike. Flash. Flash side. Fist. Okay, move the ball, move the ball. Attack. We attack easily. We cannot play defense there. They are scoring easy points.
You have to deny the match. Okay, you push them away. My green is on the floor, hedge, and all pressure will be more important. Okay?
What has been impressive from Karsiyaka so far is how they're rotating the bench, using the depth of their bench. Easy to keep the likes of Brown and Summers on all the time, but have given some of their homegrown talent a chance to shine. It's the way forward from their point of view. There's Beygul. It's a bit Turkey for him. He's been around, but has stayed very faithful for the most part to Turkish teams. Benitka, and that's going to be Beygul. Wasn't quite sure what the call was going to be made there. Looked back and thought, well, I'll take an extra step. I've been inside for too long, but bumped and board on his way through. And that will be foul and sideline for the away side. And we're good with his second foul. Mike Green, scorer for them at the moment. Beygul, Green. Again, look how far out they're having to stay. They really are marshalling that area inside the three-point arc very, very well, not allowing much of a drive. And time runs out again. I've got to say, this is a masterclass from Hunter here. Hunter's really got his team keeping Pinar Karsiyaka as deep as they realistically can. No easy twos, no easy layups, and that was what has changed the pattern of this game quite a bit. Watson has changed this second quarter quite a bit. Nice play inside, and there will be an and one, I think. Whistle on the play. Yagate with the two, and the foul called just there. So one's to come. Green with his first foul, and Lamont with a chance to have their biggest lead of the game so far. See, I used to play for the Florida Gators. Under 20 player, Alfred Yagate. Oh, first one missed. Black mark in my book. But, still a three-point lead. Not quite halfway through this second quarter yet. Owens outside. That's what's going to have to happen a lot at the moment with the formation that Lamont have set up and make it so difficult to penetrate. Watson, but then they throw the ball away. Now, how long can they keep that kind of regimented and very restrictive D in place? That's the big question. 29-26. Home side up by 3. Owens. Brown. Three-point attempt. That one finds its range. A very important three. Breaks the stranglehold, which they've had for quite some time. Yeah, a bit of relief there as well for Benitka. First attempt at three, and it works. Other end, that's not going to drop for Peter Corneli. End line possession for the home side. They are restricting Karsiyaka to long-range attempts. They've got to be long twos or threes at the moment to find their way around. Yagate. He'll get the return. Actually, Anwar will, and then there's the foul. Shake your head all you like. Coven Brown. It's a foul, mate. Afraid? Yeah. Too much doubt about that. And you see Karsiyaka are in foul trouble now. Brown's first. Karsiyaka use up all their dots. The yellows, the reds and the blues all full. Ugete. Watson. Anlock hasn't done anything other than get three so far. Three of them. And that will be a foul on Mike Green, his second. Just being a little bit too aggressive and stopping Ugete from turning and spinning and moving and maybe shooting. So it goes to the free throw line now for two to put them 2 points up again if he can get these two. First to two. Green having another chat with the officials, but you ain't going to get it changed at this stage. 30-29. Ugete can go to 8. And does. 2 from 3 from that range, and the French side have a 2-point advantage. Green now back into the action. He's going to try and take it all the way. It's the home side reform that really tight D. It's incredibly tight trying to get through there. And so shots having to come from that kind of range. Working very, very profitably for the home side. It's been a master stroke. Kunta, their coach, to do that. Wasn't the way they played in the first 10 minutes, but it's worked well since then. Anlol looking for anything other than the three, and he doesn't have to worry about the three because it's going to come from a different range this time. Petter Corneli gets his maximum. And now we do have the biggest lead of the game for either side. 34-29, both teams now in foul trouble with the second foul from Watson. So we've got a lot of time left in the second. This is in marked contrast to the first quarter where both teams were easily within foul trouble. Both of them are in foul trouble now, so shots now, of course, for offensive fouls from here on in. Panitka waiting for it to come back. They're going to go short. That's nice. They actually did manage to spring the trap this time. They did it very, very effectively indeed. And Josh Owens enjoyed that. Owens will enjoy that very much because he's getting into double-figure territory now. That takes him into 10 points. Lovely spin, lovely move. No, I was about to say didn't get the finish, but he did get the finish. Had enough velocity on it to trickle in from Jelabali. Green, look at his options. They're all fairly well tied up. Petway's on the court for the first time, the former Harlem Globetrotter. He ran out of room. You'll see on D, Le Mans have been a completely different team. They give them too much time, too much room, too much space. And Pape Philippe Amagou throws down his first three of the night. And suddenly there's a big seed change in this game. The lead has extended, the lead has opened up, and Karsiyaka need to do something pretty quickly about this. The French team very much on top as we go to a timeout.
Passing the ball around and shooting three-point shot instead of attacking, creating one extra pass. Not transition for them create. And then create extra pass. And be tougher in defense. We are not tough on the ball. We are waiting all the time around.
Tom, go side to side. Send it to the middle. Will, not too high, not too low. Deal. Penetration, follow the penetration. If you bounce out, the guards will follow the penetration. You'll stop, you'll take the ball back. Watch the weak side rebound.
Mesdames et messieurs, partenaires, supporters, félins, amoureux de MSB, qui veut ce soir la victoire du Mans Sarthe.
39-31. Very different from how it looked at the end of the first 10 minutes, 24-21. So only 7 points so far. as opposed to 18 for the home side. Yes, 7 only for Karsiyaka, 18 for the home side. That man and the starting 5 really have to get going for Karsiyaka, because there's a bit of a chasm opening up. 8 points. Mike Green still thinking about those fouls, I think. Petway. Brown. It's a little bit slow. It's not got a lot of oomph in it, this offense, and they might run out of time just getting the shot in, but again, it's a very poor one by Brown. And they are slightly befuddled with their game plan at the moment. They just don't quite know how to get back to where they were when they dominated for a lot of that first 10 minutes. But it's been a great game plan, game change in a way, by the home team. They've been very aggressive at one board and very negative trying to stop their opponents at the other, and both ends it's worked very well so far. Connolly wants another attempt to go. Well, he was going to throw himself into the basket the best way he could there, but he didn't quite get the chance. Panitka, long three, and there's the rebound from Owens, so they can recycle it again. 14-second shot clock starts. Brown need a bit more from him. Not going to score from there, surely. Going to have to come back again, and the quality of shots has really dropped off from Karsiyaka. They were pinpoint accurate for the most part in the first, but at the moment everything's just a little bit desperate. Yagete. Now he's got all his points from 3 threes so far. Doesn't seem to score from 2-point range, does Olivier Hanlon, who was their star performer when the two teams met earlier in the season. Again, it's sloppy. They're not even picking up rebounds on that. They're expecting the ball to go in, and it's not. Well, there's the tear of the tape on the 2-pointers. Not much in that, to be honest. But if you did second quarter stats, they'd be very different. Here comes a 3, and Heather Cornley has got one already, but on this occasion. Green, nice, strong play. Will they get the basket they deserve from it? They won't yet. Petway, 10 seconds, 21 on the game clock. Brown really has to step up intensity in the second half. That's not going to drop either. And at the moment, it almost seems like somebody's put a little lock on that net. Nobody's getting anywhere near getting 2s for the away team. Spin, Amagu once again, just pinpoint accurate, but not on the finish. And, well, that's a coach's masterclass as far as I'm concerned. 39-31, only 7 points scored by Pinar Karsiyaka in that second quarter when they scored 24 in the first, and all that was down to the Le Mans D. Didn't allow any space, any time for the Karsiyaka players to get into the paint or even inside the three-point arc, to be absolutely honest. And whilst the stats won't be maybe that dissimilar in those respects, the rebounds obviously are. Le Mans have done well on both boards. Turnovers indicative maybe of what happened latterly in that second quarter. Le Mans D has been absolutely inch perfect. Fantastic first 20 for them. Ultimately, only one player in double figures so far. That's Josh Owens. Hanlon, all his points from 3-pointers, 3 of them. And Yagete in a lot of those figures up on your screen. No blocks yet from Karsiyaka, who have to find a way to get back to the game plan of quarter 1. Brown, only 5 points so far. Summers doesn't appear on that sheet. And those two have got to get going to get the away side back in this. They trail by 8 at the break. As we review some of the highlights of that first 20 minutes. All looking good for Pinar Karsiyaka as we went into the second quarter. And a lot of these highlights will be showing you what happened in the early stages of the game. Olivier Anlon, three-pointers from him. Just swinging on the start from Summers, but that's about all we've seen him do, to be honest. And the compare and contrast in terms of the defensive cover by Mans Sarthe is very, very stark. Owens, only man so far to get into double figures. But it's normally Summers and Brown who'll be putting the numbers down. But Owens has taken it on himself to do that. We have seen a few little flashes from Brown like that, but not enough of them yet. You can't expect to just be given an escort into the basket for twos and threes. They're going to have to work a little bit harder, which I'm sure is the word that is coming from Nenad Markovic in the dressing room right now, is to find some way to penetrate. Couldn't stop Cornely on that occasion. The ball rotation was just so much better by the French team in that second quarter. They had the ideas. Karsiyaka running out of them. They took to having to take long twos or potentially threes most of the time to get in. Meanwhile, at the other end, they were popping them down on a regular basis. Olivier Anlon, who was the top scorer last time the two teams met, has not only been great from three-point range, he's set so many things up so far. It's not enough of that from the away team so far. Bagel. Just see the look of frustration, the amount of times they're getting into good positions, but just unable to finish it off. And as I mentioned, three-pointers coming from Cornely, from Amagou, three of them from Anlon. And they've just been so strong. Baseline, low post, in the paint. It seems to be more sometimes than 5 players out on that court, just stopping the Turkish players getting in there. So it's to see what happens when we resume in a few minutes' time for the second half. This is a key game. Le Mans will go top with the win here in Group B. Karsiyaka need to be right on their coattails in what has been a very, very tight group. So back with you soon for the second half. Join us again.
Des succès de spectacle. Je vous donne rendez-vous le 3 février avec le retour de la nostalgie et le retour avec la tournée d'Ashram. Un show exceptionnel avec de nombreux stars. Les années disco. Ça se passera le 3 février dans cette même salle à Paris avec la tournée d'Ashram. Après pour vous, mesdemoiselles et mesdames, eh bien, on passe tout de même rendez-vous le 17 mars avec eh bien, la première de Julien Noé, l'artiste qui cartonne depuis 2015. si vous voulez voir de la glace, eh bien, ça sera au mois d'avril avec le retour de Millionnaires Sarthe, avec 3 séances exceptionnelles en avril. Et ce mois de Millionnaires, c'est la référence vraiment du patinage artistique. Un moment bien évidemment à partager en famille ou entre amis. Plus d'informations sur le site internet intéressement.fr. Allez, les 10 dernières secondes du match. Et 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Et voilà, c'est la fin de ce match. Applaudissements, mesdames et mesdemoiselles, messieurs, classe de la région qui s'est laissé à Mans Sarthe, qui permet justement ce soir à regarder avec le basket féminin en l'air. Merci mesdemoiselles, j'espère que vous avez gardé des forces pour supporter le MSB. On retourne des deux équipes et début de ce troisième quart-temps dans un peu plus de 5 minutes.
And welcome back to the Antares Arena in Le Mans in France for action from Group B of the Basketball Champions League. And the French side very much with the upper hand at half-time. Didn't look that way after the first quarter. 39-31 they lead. Restricted the Turkish side to 7 points, just 7 points in quarter two after they led 24-21 at the break. And just to emphasize once again how tight this group is, Rayo with their win last night against Kataya, 20 points. If Le Mans were to win tonight, they'd have 21. If Karsiyaka were to win, they'd have 20 points. So it is very, very tight. One result from earlier on tonight. Mans Sarthe 81, Kabi Brand Media 71, so they are both now on 17 points, along with Arade and Taya Basket are on 18. So 2 more weeks of the competition to go. It is very, very tight indeed. Probably you can discount Kimi now, maybe, but everybody else in with a chance, mathematically anyway, of getting up there and progressing to more regular weeks of the Basketball Champions League to go before we to the knockout stage. And Evan Kunter
Let's go.
on a
Let's
job.
go. Beginning is important. Right away, defense. Okay, let's go. Come on. First one, fist. Yeah.
Mans Sarthe, 9 points from Anlon, 8 from Yagete, 5 from Cornely and from Jalabali.
Okay, on elbow. Move, Sam, D. Move faster and be ready for shot here, okay? Your guy will stay here. Now, when they play this pick and roll here, and they have this flare screen here, if this is 4 or guard, doesn't matter. This guy cover this on this pass, 4 needs to run. Okay.
Owens leading all scorers for Karsiyaka with 10. 5 apiece from Brown and from Summers. They need much more input and output from those two. Green with 4. And that's a ridiculous stat, isn't it? That they scored 24 points in the first quarter, 7 in the second. That's why they trailed by 8. First use of the ball in the second quarter, in the third quarter rather, as we get into the second half, will be for Karsiyaka. Now, can the comeback start here? Well, he can. There's emphasis that they know how to do it, and maybe it is 3-point range that's going to do it for them. Lead trimmed to 5 early on. Watson, plenty of time. They're not rushing this. They're using as much of the 24 seconds as they feel they should. Green has fouled again. 3rd foul from him. Yeah. Ryan Pearson's a hard man to stop in that kind of position. He stopped him by illegal means. So I think the foul might have gone the other way. 39-34. Here is Green on the ball. They need a little bit more speed, a little bit more offense, a little bit more penetration. None of that they get this time. Yaru for Mans Sarthe. Watson. Olabale, so much time. Pearson will give and go. Pearson then will try and find his way through. He finds his way through all right. No doubting that. It's a bullet in a china shop if ever he had one. Yeah, thought he got fouled as well. Wanted the and one, wasn't going to get it, but he got the 2. Goes to 7 points. The lead goes back to 7 points. Green, nice work. Well, would have been if he could have taken it with him. Those little defense splitting passes are what they need, because that was what they were unable to do in quarter two. Josh Owens just unable to take it this time. Little alley-oop. It's nearly found its way. So Panika with the second foul. Yaru. It was right off balance, managed to keep possession somehow, some way. Yaru again, down to 5 on the shot clock. Anlor, no, surely not. I was about to say, couldn't be 4 threes in a row, could it? No, it couldn't. Oh, it's just possessed. Again, sloppy work this time by Summers, who's not really been in this game so far. Anlor, not to be. 2 3-point attempts go a-begging. Mike Green, purposeful, looking for the outside shot, which comes in. And that's probably how they're going to get back into this game. Mohamed Begul. 2 3-pointers, very key. His first attempt, his first conversion. Watson. More purposeful look about the away side here. That's going to drop into the clutches of Summers. Now, is it going to be outside shooting? That's a long 2. And a very effective long 2. And suddenly there's a different perspective to this game, and he knows that. That's why you've got the furrowed brow of Eman Kunta there. Where's that lead suddenly disappeared to? It's 2 points at the moment. Might well be 4 here. No, it's not. Well, this is more like period 1 than period 2. Begul thought about the 3, just stepped outside, took some time. It slips away from Juan Summers, who at the moment is beating himself up a bit because he's just not getting into this game. Without him, a win is probably less likely, but they are back within 2. There's a chance that the home side could run away with it, but they've clawed it back in a bit. Yaru. Watson goes baseline. Pearson, such a hard man to stop, and gets his own rebound as well. Pearson trying to double team him. Of course, they just open up the way for Jalabali, who says thank you very much. 2 points for Jalabali. 43-39. But we're back to that tight game that we had early on, where they're both playing pretty well in transition. Mike Green will go all the way. Nicely done, Mike Green. Decides, looks around, goes, well, who's going to help me here? No, I'll have to do this all by myself. He does it all by himself and brings it back to a 2-point ball game and racks up 8 points for the game. Jumper for 3, in, out. Were 2 of them going for the same ball. Didn't matter in the end. And a bit of a run here for the away team, who are really right back in it. Not if they give the ball away to Pearson, though, because Pearson will only go one way with that. And there he goes. Little finger roll. Wasn't that demonstrative. The subtle way. 2 points for Ryan Pearson, who's top collegiate player in his time. Colonial Athletic Association Player of the Year, what, 5-6 years ago. 17 points he was in those days, and rebounds as well. You can tell why. Begul's down. That's what happened there, but he obviously was involved in the challenge. They'll just check and make sure he's okay. It's Kevin Brown. It's Mike Green brings things away. He's looked the most assured player on that side, along with Josh Owens as well. Panitka. Brown. Yes. Better. Much better. And we know what he can do. And somebody lights the blue touch paper. Can suddenly explode. Can suddenly make life defensively very, very difficult for the opposition, who are now doing really well on D. Really well on D. No, that definitely, I mean, the crowd were calling for a foul there. And that was just very good posting up. Just really good. Backing in, backing in. And it's Yaru who gets the foul given against him. That was really good D. Talk about the really good D at the other end. That was a case of right. Oh, I think he just lost his balance a little bit there, Mike Green. I think he intended to kick out. We're going to have a timeout. Let's hear from the coaches.
Don't forget, he penetrates, stop the ball. The safety gonna come. He goes all the way layup. We have to stop the ball. We don't have a rhythm on the offense. This is the problem. We are playing by walking. No stop for Mike. Continuity, stagger. Continuity, nothing happens. He plays. Pop up, cross pick, another one. But we have to play with the rhythm.
Well, I mean, I was a little bit concerned at the end of that second quarter that the tide was turning so much, so maybe Karsiyaka couldn't get it back, but they've reverted to what they were doing so well in the first quarter, not allowing Mans Sarthe to get easy looks and give themselves a bit more time to penetrate and break open. It's been a very, very, well, certainly was in the second quarter, a very, very solid home D. Mike Green. Summers. Offensive foul. Just certain elements of the Karsiyaka team are not quite working well enough. And that was as clear as a offensive foul as you want. And the Watson standing his ground, making sure he was big. And that one Summers, drafted by Detroit Pistons back in 2009. One of the current Turkish League All-Stars, not quite showing that at this stage. Watson. There's a chance for Karsiyaka to try and drive their opponents deep, but they can't keep that up for very long. As Muftial Yaru adds another couple to his contribution in the game. I'm going to think about the outside shot here. Brown certainly was, but Brown's very, very deep. Needs to go charging through, gets fouled on the way by Yaru. So a lot of intent in the eyes of Jacobin Brown there, about where he was heading. Just wasn't allowed to get there. Foul. It's a foul on Panitka, but this one was called. Green. And nobody following in. Watson. Carry it from left-hand side of the court to the right till he finds the position he's looking for, the person he's looking for. Pearson is the man they haven't really picked up yet. Now they're going to. They realise where he is. Here comes the three-point attempt off left. And the rebound picked up by Yaru. Oh, he's had a couple of dribblers. And there's another one, just goes round the ring. And obligingly, from his point of view, decides to drop. Two more for Pearson. He's now in the double figures. And picks up a foul to add the other end. This is the one. Look at it. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, no one knows. screen. Brown, all the colours. Green's going to have to go around a screen or two before he gets anywhere near the hoop, and he ain't going to do it this time. Yaru picks up on the rebound and sets Gordon Watson on his way. Amagu already with 1-3, doesn't get a second. Summers. Just need to give him a little injection of something to get him back in the game, with his game head fully on. Just Josh Owens falling away a bit on that shot, unable to convert it. Game stays at 6 points to the home side, 49-43. 4 goals better from the home side, and that's going to be a foul on Juan Summers. Second foul. And, just caught him on the way through. As in comes Brent Petway, or Air Georgia, as he was called in his Harlem Globetrotters days. Thunder Petway was his nickname. Watson. Shilabali. Good cover by Bagel, did well, initially anyway. But managed to get around that screen, managed to get round that very close attention, Jelabali, for 2 more. 3-point attempt to the other end, goes in. Jelabali. Game at 5 again, 51-46. More of what we saw in the opening 10 than what we saw in the second 10. Watson thinks, drives, and offensive foul. Well, it was right on the buzzer, so was that? Yeah. Foul called. Also had gone to indicate that 24 seconds had elapsed. A bit of court work to be done by the men in orange. We can resume things underway again with Mohamed Bagul. This basket could be quite pivotal in the way that this quarter ends. They can get it back to maybe 2 or 3. We've got a different game here. Jacobin Brown, bounce pass for the 3. Yes, there you go. That's important, very important for the away team. Mohamed Bagul had plenty of time and made no mistake. Came back to 2. Where's the ball going to end here? Not an obvious shot. We've got an obvious man to take the shot, and Pearson gets fouled by Petway. They've still got 1 to give. First foul from Petway, so that won't be free throws. It'll be another sideline possession, down to 11.8 on the game clock, and it'll be a reset for the shot clock. And they should get the last shot away. Still have 1 to give. Bagul it is who picks up an extra cross against his name by pursuing, hounding if you like, Gordon Watson. And that's his 3rd. Got to be a bit careful here, because they need him down the stretch. In fact, that does take them to the line, of course. So Gordon Watson can give them a 4-point cushion going into last quarter. Bagel wants to talk it over a bit more with the officials, but I don't quite see the point of that. Yeah. Oh, he's seen it and he's given it, so probably not much point talking about it, to be honest. Watson 2 for 2. Yes. So 4 points will be the advantage unless Karsiyaka can find something in 8.8 seconds, which is long enough to formulate something. 3-point play would be quite useful here. Or a 2+1 or a 3. Because if you get back to a point, which is not inconceivable, they've got the men to do it. Green gets fouled. Foul on Olivia Hanlon. Stops the clock and of course stops the momentum as well. 4.4. Now they've filled up the court. Now something should happen here. Brown should be able to get maybe himself to the hoop for 2, and that's going to be to the line for 2. We'll get the hooter going because that will send them to the line for 2. Game's first foul. Shooting foul on Jacobin Brown. Here comes the foul, here comes the shot, and that will be him to the line for 2 free throws to reduce the arrears to 2. Well, not quite as prolific tonight as I thought he might be. That will make him 9 points personal for the evening. And basically no time for any more to happen. That is the end of quarter 3. And it is just about as tight as it can be in a quarter that's been won by Karsiyaka.
Okay. They played a pick and roll. Safety here, but this guy can shoot the ball a little bit. So if Summers is not here, you can come a little bit high, a little bit high. If you defend the guy, Weigel. Okay? On the offense, we have to get the rhythm. We have to move it. Okay, like 1 down. This kind of things. Don't forget to roll inside now.
Don't give the position. Offense. Motion. Pass back. 155. Elbow. Chest. 1 up from the play. Okay. Just fight. When you pass the ball, okay? Go all the way to the goal.
Two points, that's all between the two teams now. And what has been well, certainly a game of 3 quarters, 3 very different quarters so far. And Karsiyaka in danger of being overrun. They've got themselves back into it. 53-51. Individual scorers. Oh, Pearson I mentioned. For the home side into double figures now. He's got 11. Green's got 11 for Karsiyaka. Owen's been stuck on 10 for quite some time. And Karsiyaka have the ball. Look for Green to orchestrate something, maybe do it himself. Back outside for 3, put them in the lead. No. Just wide, but they might get the rebound. Bit of a shuffle, bit of a juggle. But Amagu has it. Foul is committed by Petway, second of the game. Just about finding the man for the outlet pass. Anlock. Amagu going to go the long way round for the 2. Put it back out for Yagete. Here comes the 3-pointer. That's going to roll around the ring and come back out to Mohamed Bagel. See what he can do from 3-point range before. Bagel now has moved to the right-hand side of the court, leaving Brown to orchestrate things, and Brown going for the two and gets fouled. Gets fouled in the act of shooting, so the and one will come, and a chance for them to take the lead again. Good, positive run, and Pearson took a swipe at him as he took the shot. So Jacobin Brown to the line to put Karsiyaka back in front, somewhere they've not been for a little while now. And they've got the nose in front, the travelling Turkish fans. Something to cheer about. First time really since the end of the first quarter. Olivia Anlon. Amagou. Interception partially made. Pearson hasn't got anybody to help him. He's going to have to do all this by himself. Gets fouled though. Maybe that was not the best of fouls to take, because I'm not sure he was going anywhere, to be honest. Petway picks up his third. Backing in, but he didn't really have an option for a shot. Now he does. A chance to get two from the free throw line. And to tie the game, which he doesn't do at the first attempt. Some rather concerned faces. They shouldn't be. I know at the home side are the only ones who missed free throws. This will be free throw number 9. They've missed a couple. They've missed 2 from there. Ryan Pearson lets himself and the team down in terms of getting back in front again. There will be more time though for him to get the recompense for that. Mike Green. Ooh. Smothered out of it. Brown looking for help. Nobody there. Got to do it all by yourself. And he does, and catches the outside of the ring, gets the shot away. Now Pearson will pick up the foul. Had the 24-second shot clock elapsed. The Jurgen clock elapsed. Quite a bit of Pearson, didn't he? Unintentionally. Pearson's the man who picks up the foul. That's 3 for Le Mans' top scorer. Coming into this game anyway. And Josh Owens will have a chance to add to his tally. And just as I was talking up the Karsiyaka free throws, he misses one. First missed by the Turkish team in this game so far. Can he make it 1 for 2? He can. Lead up to 2. Olivia Hanlon, 3 3-pointers converted in the first quarter. Since when? Nothing. A couple more since then. She's gone adrift. What's he thinking about this time? Putting it into the low post, possibly for Yagate, who gets fouled. Foul is on Josh Owens. It's okay there, but then just moved, a moving screen really with Wilfred Yagate. Yagate has got loads of time, bags of time. Should have done better with that three-point attempt. He must have had a good 3 or 4 seconds to take aim and fire. So Mike Green, very good in terms of ball carrying, setting things up. Jacobin Brown, again, doesn't seem to have anybody in close proximity, so again has to do it all by himself, and again unsuccessful, but will get the rebound. Three-point attempt, not going to happen. That's going to be an extra step from Mohamed Bagel. And kind of betwixt in between what he was intending to do there. Go for the 3 or lay it off for a 2. There he goes inside, and then just the extra step. I'm happy with some of the calls here, but everyone looks to have been right to me. 7:05. Last 7 minutes of the game coming up. Anlon back outside. Again, there's a whole load of green and red shirts to stop them getting too close. They're doing basically what Mans Sarthe did to them in quarter 2. Good defensive arrangement to stop them getting too close to the basket. Brown. Green. Nice ball rotation. Is there a finish? Is there a finish? Not quite, but they get the rebound and they are playing much more aggressive ball here. Bagel, not going to go for a three from there, surely, my Green, are you? No, he's going to try and go inside for two. Hasn't got long to do it, though. And they'll get another rebound. Well, it didn't hit the ring, so the 24-second shot clock elapses. And they are working their proverbial socks off here. Green and Brown, pretty much all of them on the five that are on the floor. Karsiyaka trying to hold on to that very slender lead. It's only 2 points. Haven't had any points for a while. Amagou. Cornelie. Going to have to a long way around. Not much happening on this offense so far. Amagou, Cornelie. That's the foul. I thought he called a double foul for a moment there. But lost his footing. Yeah, Brown gets a second. I'm not. Yeah, that might be the first time I might question the officials on that. I think he lost his footing, and Brown was fairly powerless to do anything about it. But decision has been made. So we're down to a 14-second reset, of course, and there's another foul. Mike Green gets his third. Officials not missing a trick here, not missing anything at all, anything that's barely a touch on Olivier Hanlon, but doesn't matter. And he'll put the first away, takes him into double figures, 3 threes and a 1 now. And this to tie up the ball game. Canadian gets 11 points. Round 2 pick for the Utah Jazz in 2015 in the NBA. And a real star at Boston College when he was there, 15.4 points per game. Let's see what the coaches say about their respective positions. The scores are tied.
Okay. Hey. Watch now, zone. Okay. If they play zone, they play horns against zone. Okay. Mike, you know. End up. He goes. He goes down to the pass. One place. One pass.
Group B, about as tight as any of them in the Basketball Champions League. Mans Sarthe looking to go back top. Karsiyaka looking to go level with them on points. Have 3 teams on 20 points tonight. At the moment, this one is going to OT. We've got a little way to go yet. 55 apiece. Can anybody get on a bit of a run here? Bagel's making a real charge. He wanted the ball delivered much earlier than it actually was. They should get the 2 here, and they do get the 2 there. Bagel went sprinting like Usain Bolt there, but Brown gets the 2. So it won't be too much back chat between the 2 of them there. He'd made that run and not got the ball, and then got the 2 points. I think there might have been a few words spoken, but they did. Yagate. Hanlon. Drive through the middle, that's going nowhere but in and out, and that's an offensive foul. As Bagel is parked on his backside. Foul is on Yagate, and that'll be his second. 5:06 remaining in the game. It has had more than its fair share of twists and turns so far. Green. Bagel again. Going to the hoop saying, come on, get me in if you can. Brown trying to get him in. Interception made by Jalabali. And the ball will be put back in bounds by Brown. Bagel really trying to make things happen here. Nearly went up for the two-point attempt. May still get a chance to do that. Brown. Oh, it thought about it. And it just crept out. Home ground happy with that. Most vocal they've been tonight. Just trying to get behind their team and lift them. The intensity has certainly dropped off a little bit from their play. Watson will try and inject some more. Anlor goes baseline, gets fouled. Bagel picks up another. He won't be happy with that. He's not been happy with any of the fouls so far, but that one, he was on the move. And he's got to be careful now because he's getting into foul trouble. They need him on the floor. He's only got one to give. Anlor to the line. And you don't expect him to miss. Under 19 and under 17 Canadian international. 13 points. Oh, commentator's curse. Well done. He does miss the second. So the lead is one. Mike Green gets fouled by the aforementioned Anlor. Just trundling away to himself. Number 3, so still 2 to give. Ooh, took his man by the arm. It's one of the easier ones for the officials to give. Bagel has to be careful here with just one foul remaining. He's gone. At the other end, Josh Owens. Lovely little finger roll, lovely bit of hang time there as well. For 2 points. Lead 3. Anlor. Watson again finds 3 red and green shirts pretty much in the line of fire. Jalabali out for 3. Where's that going? In it goes from Olivia Anlor. 4th 3-pointer of the game. We're tied, 59 apiece. Green gives it away. White shirts everywhere. Watson. Jalabali. Taking their time. They've got 24 seconds. Use it if you can. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Yagate. That's unforgivable, really, because they're in a good position there. Look at Yagate. There's absolutely no reason for that. He knew the player was there. Right under the official's nose, too. Not the best play. Coach will not be happy with that. Green. That way. Brown. That's off right. Straight into the clutches, and the grateful ones, too, of Cornely. And Watson's so good at just slowing the tempo down, setting the play up, looking to see who is where. He's got great spatial awareness. Jalabali. Yagate. It's not an easy look at the moment. There might be for Anlor. That's off right. They get the rebound. Back in for 2 from Petter Cornely. And now they are just in front, and only just. Good rebounding by the Mans Sarthe. Anlor just off right to Rados. Not quite on point at the moment, but didn't matter because it was put back in by Petter Cornely. Timeout time. Well, one thing the Basketball Champions League has given us this year is a chance to recall great bits of music from the past. The status quo I had last week, a bit of John Miles music this week in Le Mans. Not sure that any of the players on the court will have a faint idea what it is, but us old-timers, recalling 1976. Nice to hear. So 2 points the advantage for Le Mans. Karsiyaka on the ball with Pinar back on the court. Mike Green double teamed. Gets it away to Brown. Brown's going to go on a drive. Brown's going to get the two, or is he? No, he's not. But they recycle it. Came off the ring, so a reset, 14 seconds, and there's the foul committed by Peter Cornely. It is about as tight as you can get. His first foul, by the way, so he's got no worries in that department. But they've got to stop Green, because Green, oh, look how close. The margins are so tight, aren't they? Green. Oh, he thought it had missed it. He did. You could tell by his body language he thought that was coming back to him, but in it goes. This to tie the game at 61. In it goes. 2 for Mike Green. Takes him to 13. 4 from 4 from free throw range. How important could that be down the stretch? 61 each. Jalabale. Panitka's making his life very difficult, and there's the foul. And there'll be 2 from the free throw line to come. Owen second. Yeah, too much doubt about that. Very lucky it wasn't an and one, got close to dropping. So you gate it. First to 2. Ooh. Well, the Turkish fans are the ones in the corner, waving the flags, trying to put him off. 9 for 14. Not a great return in terms of free throws for Le Mans. Can he get this one? No, he can't, and they get the rebound too. So key down the stretch if they lose this. Those free throws they've thrown away. Last minute and a half coming up. Mike Green, it's been impressive, really has been. Been the fulcrum around everything that's happened. Oh, it doesn't drop. Look like gravity would take that in. Gravity did not, it threw it out again. 61 apiece. Connolly with the rebounds has been instrumental. A lot of players who put in a great shift or two tonight. Not long to go on the shot clock for Watson. Needs something, needs to drive, needs to get it in, doesn't get it in, gets it off the ring, and there's a foul. Committed by Josh Owens. Doesn't feel he has fouled him. The officials were very definite, and Josh Owens does foul. It is right on Wilfred Ugati, but he hasn't been that great from this range, has he? He's missed more than he's scored. So, is this going in? Yes, it is. 1 out of 2 so far. Can he make it 2 out of 2 and give them that lead? And take his individual tally to 10 points. Yes, he can. Could have done with that a few moments ago to help him breathe a bit more easily. Owen sets the ball in motion for Green. Green puts a little bit of urgency into it. Owens nearly gives it away. Brown going the long way around, going to get that ball back. No, he's not. And they can just recycle it and make sure this is a definite basket, because that probably will put it out of range. Watson. Finds Jalabale. Watson gets it back again. 8 seconds to work out what he wants to do. No foul. 2-on-2 possibilities here. Panika. Green. Up goes the 3. It's off the ring, and possession back to the home side, who have 15 seconds just to hold on to it. Got to get over halfway, of course. But once they've done that, surely the game is won. The game is theirs. No foul committed yet, and easy pickings, and that will do it. Swinging on a star for Petter Corneli, and Le Mans open up a gap that can't now be closed, and they have won it by 4 points. Sickening for Karsiyaka, who were back in the game, back in front of the game, when all the momentum seemed to be going the home side's way. Nenad Markovic will go back and think what might have been. His team will think that too. But ultimately down the stretch, the home side got it going and got it done, and they go top of the table again, thanks to 15 from Anlop, 3 of which came off the reel from three-pointers in the first period. Le Mans 65, Karsiyaka 61. Those are the stats. Let's give you the individual stats. Gameday with 10, Anlop with 15, 11 from Pearson for the home side. Karsiyaka 14 from Brown, got it going in the end. Owens had 13, Green had 13. No real contribution of any note from Summers with 8. And that means Le Mans top of the table. Karsiyaka still very much in the competition. And Group B just gets tighter and tighter and tighter with every single game. 2 more weeks to go. And Le Mans almost over the line. Checkered flag ready for Le Mans to progress to the next stage of the Champions League. Well, a lot of hearts and mouths. Too many free throws missed for my liking. But maybe I'm a purist in that respect, but ultimately they got the job done. And stats probably just in the home side's favour. Pearson, difficult man to stop when he's on a roll. There's so many tricks, how many twists and turns that he can do with it, but Ahmed Bagel, they had to take him out of the game towards the end because he was on 4 fouls. I think he maybe might go to OT. So he was sitting out watching while the points were being accumulated at the other end. Pearson, they just couldn't stop. Pearson, nice little deft touch from the big man for 2. And 2 more weeks. We may well be seeing both of these teams progressing. Every likelihood. Well, certainly now Le Mans will be. It's 4 wins out of 6 now for them. And Le Mans coming out on top by 4. That second quarter really hurting Karsiyaka. Just the 7 points. It's like a quarter from another game, really, that second. It's 1, 3 and 4. Very, very tight, very competitive all the way through, but that second quarter was just a bit errant, shall we say. 21-24, Karsiyaka winning the first. They won the third, 2014, and 12-10 for Mans Sarthe in the final. But that second period, 18-7, is what I suppose did the damage down the stretch. Brown brought his A game to the latter stages, really kept them in at 27 next month, the man from Texas. I hope you'll join us for more Basketball Champions League next week, because it's getting very tight. It's getting very exciting, especially in this group. I think we can expect, mathematically not there, to see the French make it through to the next stage. Enjoy the remainder of the highlights, and we'll be back for more Basketball Champions League next week. Till then, have a good week. Till next week.